Good morning and welcome to the Pulse of Nigerian Politics right here on Morning Pulse. My name is Sharon Edemchuku and I have with me in the studio Mr. Daniel Sacramento, our political analyst, and Ifoma Oji, my co-host. Good morning.
Good morning, Sharon.
How are you all doing?
Looking pretty bright this morning.
Thank you very much. You're looking very sweet too.
You.
And you, Mr. Daniel, you're not looking too bad yourself. All right, we're also joined via Zoom by our analyst in person of Mr. Oladimiji Oluwafemi. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
How are you doing?
Yeah.
Hope you're doing well this morning, sir.
Awesome.
All
If
right.
you like say you go Owambe.
Is Mr. Daniel, I'm even suspecting I went for one bed.
Owambe is always good on Saturday.
Hey! What else is our Saturdays for, right? Abby?
Yeah.
All right, let's go straight to our stories for today. In Kaduna State, the state chapter of the Social Democratic Party has officially joined the African Democratic Congress. The merger, led by former Governor Nasser El-Rufai, aims to strengthen ADC's bid ahead of future elections. A registration committee has been set up to integrate SDB members across all wards and local governments. This move follows earlier defections from parties like APC, PDP, and even Labour Party into the ADC, signaling growing momentum for the party in the state. Meanwhile, reactions continue to trail the August 16 by-elections held across 12 states. Though the APC won 12 out of 16 contested seats, observers reported vote buying, low vote turnout, and delays in uploading results. Opposition parties have rejected some outcomes and are calling for electoral reforms. Civil society groups are also urging transparency in the upcoming appointments of a new INEC chairman. Now, these are our stories, and we're going to start with the first, with the election observers talking about how on August 19th, as of 6 p.m. August 19th, the results uploaded on IREV, just 4 out of the 16 by-election constituencies and 2 rerun election constituency had achieved 100% upload of result. 4 out of 16 by-elections. What do you make of this, Mr. Daniel?
It's old stories. I'm surprised that INEC, whatever, is now working.
It's not
Okay,
working.
yes, miraculously.
It's miraculously started working.
Yes.
But when we had our presidential election, it didn't work.
There was a glitch.
There was a glitch then. You see, the problem
But
is
there was
that,
glitches. There were glitches this time around.
let me tell you, the truth about it is that, like we keep saying, and we've been hammering on it, the system, there is rot in the system. And until we have a proper electoral reform, which everybody would abide with it, we will keep hearing all these stories. How old is INEC, for crying out loud? How long do we continue hearing all these kind of kindergarten stories? In a commission, trillions of naira is being brought out every election period for them to fix things and get things to work. We keep hearing these same old stories because nobody is being held accountable.
Yeah.
That is the truth. Since Mahmoud came on board, that is when we started having conclusive elections. Do you understand? So
Yes.
a lot of things, a lot of rot is in the system. And until we begin to have people of integrity, one, have a very perfect electoral reforms that everybody will. Buhari said he signed electoral reform into law. We didn't see it. Even the election he conducted before he left, it didn't work. You understand? So it's a very big shamble.
It is.
We keep hearing, how can in a 12 states, 16 election that was conducted, only 4 was seen? What kind of IRF is that?
Maybe, I don't know, there's an explanation that they might have for this, but the thing is that, you know, in your those states, I wanted to bring up that on those states. No, we are not entertaining.
If Nigerians, if I will keep entertaining those Tales by Moonlight stories from INEC, it will continue.
Exactly. You know, I wanted to compare the Ondo State election that was conducted on November 2024. You know, for that election, they recorded 100% upload of results just this November 2024, right? And now I want to compare that with the this recent election to you, Mr. Oladimiji. Why the drastic failure? If we were able to achieve 100, not 99.9, 100% results upload for the Ondo State election, what happened with the by-elections this time around, Mr. Oladimiji?
All right. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir, I can hear you.
Am I good? Yeah, thank you for that question. Well, first of all, let us be sure that we don't make the mistake of making excuses for our traditions. In 2023, Yakubu Mahmoud INEC went into that election as umpire with a billion naira into that election. And we had the first phase of it smoothly run. The House of Rep, the Senate, they were smooth. And then when it came to the presidential, I'm just trying to, refresh our memory.
No, it's okay.
Like what we call recall memory in Asia. During the presidential, suddenly there was a glitch. Let's go to, what do we call it? Ondo State elections. Before the day ran over.
Yes, that day.
On that very day of the election, the uploading was complete. Now, let us come to the by-election that we just had recently. Just a by-election, not a governorship, not presidential, a by-election to fill vacant spaces. 16 states, and INEC dropped the ball. Just 16 states, and over 72 hours, you are here to upload.
Mr. Oladimiji, are you still there?
Okay,
all right, it seems as though he's going to join us, but yeah,
I just need to make a comment on this. If you check the news reported by Punch, you could see that out of how many
16
states, according to them, they said 12. So 10 states, APC was declared winner in 10 states, and then what's it called? Anambra State, ABGA won in Anambra State, and which other this thing in PDP won in what's it called, the other state. And they declared, INEC declared APC the winner in these states, but there are some states that they are saying that the upload was inconclusive, like they've not completed the upload. So I'm like, how managed were they able to declare APC the winner in these various states? You see, these constant hitches is not just ordinary glitches that they have every single time. I think it has become a tradition. It's a tradition for them, because I feel like this whole thing is probably somehow being censored by a particular ruling party. You get, maybe they paid this set of persons to do this, because if they were to declare this thing winner in what's it called, Ondo State, what happens to the other states? You understand? And you could see that eyewitnesses were saying that there was what is it called, low turnout of people, and not just that, they equally mentioned something about violence.
Yes, there was violence, vote buying.
Yes, a lot of irregularities. And INEC is coming out to tell us that these people are. You can see that a lot of persons are saying that they want this man. This was the chairman of INEC. Yakubu. They want him replaced because it has.
No, he will be replaced now. His time has come to an end.
His failure, his government failure, and whatever in INEC is becoming too consistent. And I think at this point, Nigerians can't take it anymore.
You know, you asked the question, if there were inconclusive results, how were they able to make an announcement that APT won? Now, you know, the opposition part, do you think there should be a rerun, Mr. Daniel?
A rerun of...
the by-elections, the entire...
No, the truth about it is that before announcing results, there are always some criteria to follow. Take for instance, if there is a snatching of a ballot box in a particular polling unit, you understand, INEC have the right to cancel the result of that polling unit.
So why did it stay?
No, once they can cancel it and do not call for a rerun. It's part of the disciplinary measures for things like that to happen.
Okay.
Do you understand? So they are not calling for any rerun in that particular polling unit. But there are polling units when they know that some of the reasons of maybe the hitches they have there is coming from them. Then they could say, this polling unit, there's going to be a rerun there.
But they had Beaver's problem.
And that's what I'm saying. If they check the percentage of the Beaver's problem, where which polling units, where the Beaver problem is. If it's in a whole entire ward, there's going to be a rerun. But if it is just...
But they've already declared APC.
And that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I said, if there are, it depends on the level of the hitches. That's what I'm saying.
Okay. So it just depends on INEC to make that decision. But now, what does this say about the forthcoming elections? I mean, in 2027, the forthcoming elections. I mean, this is just like a litmus test for the 2027 elections.
Let me tell you the truth. Let's not be, we don't need to be rigmaroling. If the presidency wants a free and fair election, we will have it.
Exactly.
So it's dependent on the presidency.
The presidency, if they want a free and fair election in this country, it will happen. That is the truth. It is just because, I said this here last time, people are playing a lot of party politics. One. Two, we're playing a lot of not being sincere to the country. Now, they believe that the best way to keep Nigeria functioning is, leaving people in poverty for them to bring loyalty. That's the truth.
Oh,
That's
see
the
your
truth.
point.
Yes. Because they believe once you are hungry,
you have no other option.
You have no option than
to
bend to their rules. So, if sincerely that they want Nigeria to have free and credible elections, it will happen.
Wow.
It's been happening. Do you understand? So, the likes of Nnamdi Azikiwe, the like of Michael Okpara, them, all those our Asian people, they did well. They had free and fair elections. I won't know them. They did a very massive, lovely elections. So it's not as if people don't know the truth. But the issue is that a lot of corrupt people have infiltrated the system. Now they are using INEC to truncate the wishes of the people.
And that is not...
And which is not taking this country anywhere. We are still stagnant at 60-something. Now, we've not made any... That's the truth.
At 60-something, we've not made any headway.
We've not made any headway. We look at Nigeria still celebrating basic amenities that we needed to have. We needed to move on.
You know, I wanted to ask this question. At 60-something, that Nigeria is... this INEC issue that has been existing for a long while now, why is it that it seems as though there's no improvement whatsoever? There's no, from the 2023 elections, the by-elections, is the same IREV Beavers issue that they even introduced in the first place to give us a sense of transparency, but we're still having issues.
It's basically the people they placed these servers in their hands to manage. That's where this whole problem is, because you could see that from when did Yakubu enter the district, they've been glitches every single time. They keep flunking in their obligation every single time. They are always inconsistent. Everything like failures here and there, glitches here and there, and they keep us giving us the hope that they will restructure everything, they will reform everything, and at the end of the day they don't do anything. So if you ask me, I'll be like, the solution is basically to flush all these persons that are in the system and bring up new persons that have reputable characters to manage.
I think that would make sense. Mr. Oladimeji, are you back? Sorry, are you back with us, sir?
I've been with you all the while.
All right, we lost you for a minute. So we are still talking about the INEC palaver, and then we are talking about the Beavers, IRF, Wahala, and how do we move forward from this? How do you think INEC can improve?
Well, in the short term, the solution is not within INEC, and the solution is not with the executive. As it were right now, the solution is with the Nigerian people. I love to really speak to the Nigerian people because, by and large, the solution to solving all of our problems, all of our institutional problems, are with them. All right? Monies will continue to be sunk into INEC, and we will continue to get failures in as much as politicians dictate the tune to the umpire, especially politicians in government. Of course, the executive appoints the umpire. So, it's just a rambled system. Ordinarily, the executive is not supposed to be appointing the umpire. I mean, whoever pays the piper dictates the tune. So I recommend, going forward, all right, that Nigerians, especially going into 2027 elections, Nigerians need to demand, not for electoral reforms. I would not encourage Nigerians to demand for electoral reforms, but a review of the INEC guideline and regulation during the election. If at all, make it binding on the umpire that it is impossible to shift the goalpost during the process like they did in 2023. Let there be an insistence that even if they are going to review anything close to the election, it will be 90 days to the election or 20 days or 30 days to the election, whatever way. But they must be made in such a way that it becomes difficult for them to exploit the lacuna in the regulation, as they did in 2023, where they had option, to go manual instead of solve the problem with the glitch, if there were any at that time. That is my recommendation. It is solely for Nigerians to request for a change and be insistent
on that particular change. We hear you loud and clear, Mr. Oladimeji. But we're still on the issue of INEC and for a free and fair election come 2027. Now, one of the things that we have seen for the current elections that has happened is the fact that there is violence, there's vote buying. Now, my question is, what punishment do you think should be meted out to vote sellers and buyers?
They should basically face the full wrath of the law. I mean, there are consequences for every actions, and this one shouldn't be tolerated and it shouldn't go unpunished. So they basically have to follow the due process of prosecution, and then they should be,
prosecuted. Okay, so coming to you, Mr. Daniel, the other day in a northern state, we saw during the elections this person that was caught with over 25 million naira that was supposed to be used for vote buying. Now, when these people are caught, how should we proceed from there? Because it seems as though we don't hear anything about the case.
Number one, I want you to understand something. It's going to be a very difficult thing for vote buying to stop. That's one. Have that at the back of your mind. Very difficult to stop it.
But not impossible.
Not impossible.
Okay.
But why I'm telling you this, because all the state actors are involved in these things. The man you saw is just a courier service man.
Delivery.
Just a delivery man. It's not the main person. Do you understand? So all these things you are saying is coming from the people who are in charge.
Okay.
Do you understand? So it's going to be a kind of a difficult, but we'll keep pushing.
All right.
Till if all the active citizens of Nigeria will decide within themselves, just for the moment, let me be hungry. And let's do the right thing. I think with that mindset, a lot of things will change.
We can achieve something.
We can achieve something. But when this thing keeps coming, like I told you, that is why they are keeping us in bondage.
Yeah.
Making sure that up till now we are celebrating good roads. We are celebrating
electricity. They're not using the electricity.
We are celebrating this, we are celebrating that. Look at China, who is almost having the same level of population we have. They are going far. In fact, not going far, they've gone far. Beyond. They are now beginning to think of how to produce human beings. Do you understand? So these are things where, that's why Nigeria is still rated as underdeveloped country up to date, which is an insult to us.
How many years?
Go to Rwanda, you will see what Kagame has done. You go to Ghana, that just recently had their presidential election. You see what a man who has come to bring transformation is putting on ground. And everybody must fall in line into it. Not people who are seeing the elective positions as place where you just come to, enrich yourself and work. Not even better, enrich yourself. Enrich yourself. And better ideas, I will agree with you. That's why somebody has been in the house since 2015, up to date.
Okay,
which is wrong.
Yes.
So on the truth, we need, like Mr. Radmedi rightfully said, the power is in our hands, one. But remember, the executive has to come clean.
Yes.
It has to come clean.
All right.
The executive appoints the Chief Justice of Nigeria, not even the body that appoints virtually everything. IG of Police Executive.
Okay, so how do you think we should now appoint? That was my next question.
There are bodies. There are bodies. In police, we have PSC, Police Service Commission.
Okay.
They should be, leave things for them to bring the person that they know. This was how they pushed Arase, the former IG of Police, who came to bring transformation. I remember whenever they see you as somebody who is coming to change the system, they fight you.
That's terrible.
So that is where we are in this country. They will fight you and push you aside.
So you are saying now that the body should take charge of appointments.
They should take charge of these things.
All right.
In INEC, not bringing out somebody from outside.
Okay.
There are people who are in the system who understand this thing. Bring people with impeccable character and integrity.
All right.
Then you will see how we go. So,
Mr. Oladimeji, I'm going to come to you from above. Mr. Oladimeji, do you also agree with Mr. Daniel? I mean, how should we go about appointing, especially now the INEC chairman is going to, complete his tenure in 2025?
Well, I agree with the comrade. The power to appoint the INEC umpire must be removed from the executive.
Okay.
In fact, must be removed from the government in power. Appointing the INEC chairman and the executive of the umpire, of INEC, should solely depend on an independent committee, that ratifies the appointment of such personnel like the chairman of the INEC. I said earlier, he who pays the piper dictates the tune.
Yes.
It is natural phenomenon. You cannot expect the president to appoint you, not to dictate to you how you want it, especially in a climate like ours, where politicians, dwell in impunity. So I would recommend strongly going forward. I know it may not meet up with 2027, but I recommend going forward that we take that responsibility away from the executive and the people demand for an independent body in the appointment of INEC executive.
All right.
That's my recommendation.
Thank you, Mr. Oladimiji. Now, still talking about recommendations. So first, the APC and PDP, even Labour Party. Now we are seeing the SDP merging into the ADC, and with their recent landslide success in Sokoto. I'm going to start with you, Mr. Oladimiji. Now, what do you think was the reason for this, landslide success in Sokoto?
Sokoto and Kaduna.
And Kaduna as well.
There is something about winning, and it is your persistence that brings it. Your persistence, your insistence. You were insistent in, I think, Kanu, right?
Yes, and Sokoto.
You were insistent in those centers that their elections would count. They did not go vote and return home and wish for all to be well, knowing the kind of system you have. So I think that is responsible for that victory over there. And the fear that the people actually are aware of the process and very much involved. That sets the tone in Sokoto and Kaduna, and that's responsible for the victory, consequently.
Oh, that's beautiful. I want an awakening where Nigerians can know that their votes count and matter. Now, to you, Ifoma, do you think that, in your opinion, what do you think is the major goal here for Nigerians? Is it to unseat the ruling party or good governance? What do you think matters the most to Nigerians right now?
I think this is, I say this every time, I feel it is a power tussle or struggle between PDP, APC, ADC. Less majorly APC and PDP. But I wanted to, most persons have not really understood or didn't really know that this particular SDP party have been in existence for over years now. Now this, I'll come to your question. I just want to provide a background. Now this SDP was formed in the year 1989 under General Ibrahim Babangida, and there were two major parties then, NRC and this SDP. And in the year 1993, they won the major election. They produced the first what's it called, president, which was yes, which was the MKO Abiola. You understand? And you could see that they were, hitting this thing then. But it is how this party became irrelevant that I'm still appalled at how we got to that distance. But now them defecting, the members of this party defecting to this thing, according to the members, they were saying that they are dissatisfied and discontented with the way the party runs its activities. Then coming to the question you asked, I think is at this point it's not really about the party itself. It's about the power tussle. You get this major party APC and ADC. That's what I am thinking, because if you're talking about good governance or change in governance, I think it's still the same set of persons that will still come into power and in 2027. You get, so it's just between APC members and ADC members. So it's just they just want to change the party.
For what I'm saying, you're thinking it's a party.
No, you remember that these people that have declared APC.
Okay, the Canadian court.
They now want a new party.
Oh, I see now. But Mr. Daniel, I mean, in Nigerians' political history, was there ever a thing such as ADC, the coalition opposition party, where we have major political party players defecting to form a coalition party to unseat the ruling party? Has there ever been such a thing? And if there was it successful?
Definitely it could be successful. We've had things like that when people had to stand their ground when a former president, Olusegun Obasanjo, was vying for third term. People stood their grounds and said things like this will not come to pass. But still, like I keep saying, it's not about forming a coalition that matters.
Okay. The
people who are forming it, who are there. We are tired of recycling corrupt leaders that jump from one party to the other. At least I have a particular person in Anambra State here who has virtually entered all the political parties.
Oh, wow.
I'm telling you a life story. She has virtually entered all the political parties.
Wow.
All.
That says a lot.
So, you know, it doesn't really drive home what, you know, credibility.
Yes.
It doesn't drive home integrity. So when people begin to say, we are jumping this party, we are leaving this party because of this and that, we know those things are political statements. Everybody is looking for relevancy. That is the truth. Now, when you're talking about Kaduna, they all jumped into ADC in Kaduna because of El-Rufai. That's the truth. Because he's a political figure, the former governor of Kaduna State. So everybody is now moving to that direction, leaving APC there.
And SDP too.
And he was the one that started the APC thing.
Oh, wow.
Now he started regretting.
I think it's not just because of him, because of this man Atiku too.
No. You know, you start from your locality. Atiku has his own in his own place. That's Adamawa.
Yeah.
Now,
so you're saying it's because of El-Rufai?
It's because of El-Rufai.
So, now the question I want to ask, I'm going to ask to Mr. Oladimeji first. Now, how do you think the ruling party, APC, will handle this brewing competition? How do you foresee them handling it?
Well, the ruling party continues to, you know, do everything popularity, legitimacy, and in all fairness, as it were currently. And to handle this, I would have advised before now that, that they go and mend fences with the political stakeholders from the zone that they thwarted, because that was what gave them, you know, the supposed victory. That was the calculation that went into, you know, giving them the victory in 2023. But right now, that arrangement, it already hit the deck. I mean, the deck, and they need to chart a new course. Starting a new course involves them mediating with other politicians, you know, I mean, accommodating interests from all angles. But I don't see that happening, and as I see the ADC grow in strength on a daily basis. So, for ADC, as the popular saying goes, it is up for grab for them, as it were up for grab for ADC in 2014. It is up for grab for ADC, but it depends on them having their hearts together.
You know, still talking about it being up for grabs for the ADC, there are still some internal crises that ADC is still battling with as we speak. So there's the issue of the forged resignation letter of ADC's factional chairman in person of Honorable Nafiu Bala. And they have come out to address this. But to you, Mr. Daniel, do you think that this signals desperation from political actors?
Oh, definitely it is.
All right.
It's desperation. And let me tell you, like you were asking Mr. Oladimeji, APC will never fold their arms and watch ADC come to light. That's the truth. You remember there was a party, there was a political party that they wanted to register, and INEC started speaking from the two sides of their mouth, and they have to abandon the party to embrace ADC, which is already a registered political party. Do you understand? Let me tell you, the ruling party will be battling for survival. And that's exactly what they are doing.
So it's a political warfare.
So it's a political warfare. They will infiltrate every opposition that they believe that is going to give them headache to make sure, to make sure they bring them down. And that's why you see people like the governor of Delta State who abandoned PDP and moved to APC just to secure his ticket because Ned Nwoko wants to come out for governorship. He was vying to be a governor in Delta State under APC. So he knows that Ned Nwoko would always give him problem. So he quickly moved into APC. The Akwa Ibom governor as well, Pastor Omo, left PDP that has always been the ruling party in Akwa Ibom and moved to APC because he wants to secure his second tenure. Now, this is the problem I have with all these men. These people think it is party. That is why we will not go. Then what gives them their ticket is
party, not the people.
Not the people. So they don't believe in us. So they only believe, they don't even believe in giving us credible things that will help us. It is always jumping, harlotting with one party or the other to make sure. So that is why you see, we have an issue in this country. Until we begin to see credibility from credibility and integrity from the right transparency from the right set of people. Let me tell you, that is why you see the level of voting you are going to see in 2027 might not be commensurate with what happened in 2023 because people are losing faith and value. If
that's going to be a problem.
Exactly what they're showing us.
That's going to be a big problem.
Everybody is trying to jump into the ruling party, We can't even look in at, have I delivered? The party is not the one that's going to deliver. Yes, irrespective that party is the vehicle that will take you to where you're going to. Good. But it is your good work.
Exactly.
How have you affected the citizens that will give the people that should be the thing that will speak for you?
That is
Oju Kanu won governorship with a party that was not known, PPA. Exactly. In that year, 2003, he won it. Not just because he's Jesus Christ.
Yes, won under Labour Party.
Under Labour Party. So it is what you could, put on table and let the people. It is when until they begin to see the citizens as the people that has the power of democracy.
And not the party.
That's when we'll see a change.
That's the only time.
Thank you, Mr. Daniel. Just finally to wrap things up, let me get your final thoughts on the matter. I mean, moving forward now, for the forthcoming elections, how do you think Nigerians should respond or prepare for the forthcoming elections?
Well, if you ask me, I'll basically advise Nigerians. I believe that these people that keep on defecting from various parties, already have a reputation dent. So I would suggest if people could look deeper and find that credible candidates who they think that if given this position that this person would deliver on his mandate, and then hand over this to because if we continue this way, coming 2027 is really going to be a major crisis. We're already seeing that the North are having more power at the same time. But I think at the end of the day, Nigerians should have at the back of their minds that they are actually the ones to put these people in position and not the parties. Thank
you very much, Ifoma Oji and Mr. Daniel Sacramento, and also our analyst Oladimeji Oluwafemi. It's always a pleasure doing this with you. Thank you so much. And also, just a final public service announcement. So INEC has come to announce that the physical registration has started, and you can go and register for your PVCs. They also said that there are over 5 million PVCs that are waiting collection. So if you know that you don't have your PVC, go and get it now. 2027 might seem far, but it's around the corner. Let's also prepare and also know and have it at the back of our mind that the Anambra elections is fast approaching. So you need to be amply prepared. So you are not complaining that someone robbed you of your right or any of that. But thanks once again for always doing this with us, our VIP viewers. Remember that the comment section is for you. Share your comments with us in the comment section. Like, share, subscribe to our channel. Share this with your family, friends, and also find us across all social media platforms at Active Citizens Media. You can also find me on my personal page on Instagram and Facebook at Sharon Nmchuku. And you, Ifoma?
You can find me on Facebook at Oji Sophia and on Instagram at Misselex.
And you, Mr. Oladimeji, where can they find you, sir?
You can always meet me on X on at Pivot Oladimeji.
All right.
Yeah, and Nigerians to power back.
Okay, and you, Mr. Daniel?
I'm always inside this.
Of course. All right, thank you once again. Until we see you this evening for Active Citizens Parliament, do have a good morning.